Right now at 5:30, heavy storms have overnight caused issues all across central Kentucky. We'll have a look at storm damage and the latest on how to stay safe out on the roadways.
Also on WKYT this morning, despite rainy weather and the potential for flooding, the show apparently will go on at Keeneland as today kicks off the spring meet.
Going to be a really messy day out there and across central and eastern Kentucky as we're tracking rounds of showers and thunderstorms this morning, and they will continue through the day. We'll take a closer look coming up for you.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning. It's so nice to have you with us here on WKYT on a spring day, but the facet of the weather today is rain, spring showers out there. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. Today is a first alert severe weather day. We've been tracking the overnight storms, up to date, keeping you up to date. We have several reports of damage and flooded roadways. Let's throw it over now to meteorologist Jim Caldwell with the latest on this round of stormy weather.
And there's plenty out there, guys. And you're right, we've been tracking these rounds all night long since yesterday. Out at the airport, since the rain began, we're looking at better than 3.5 inches of rainfall out there. So far, you're talking in less than 24 hours, and we're going to continue to see more come our way as we head through the day today, because this isn't the end of it. Look at what's out to our west, and there's even more that will be back building and heading toward us. We're tracking some moderate and heavy rainfall all through central Kentucky here this morning, causing some ponding of water on roadways, making it a little bit of a very tricky trek to work this morning. Down over Nicholasville right now, picking up on some of that very heavy rain, and of course, thunderstorms still continuing. Look at this little corridor of 2 to 4 inches that's showing up basically along Interstate 64, stretching from Louisville all the way back into western parts of Fayette County, and also now showing up into Jessamine County as well. That's kind of the axis of some of the heaviest rainfall that we've picked up since yesterday, and it will continue, guys, as we head through the day today. It's going to be a very active situation, and a flood watch continues for all of us. I'll have the latest on the track on some of these storms coming up for you.
Thank you, Jim. We are tracking breaking news this morning out of Powell County. A death investigation is underway there. We're told a camper at Natural Bridge State Park is dead after a dead tree fell on their tent.
Disturbing story this morning as the details come out. The scene is in the Middle Fork campground. We understand that the dead tree fell on a group of campers, their tent there. Another camper is also seriously injured. That's according to the National Weather Service. Our news team headed to that scene. We'll bring you an update as soon as possible. But again, a fatality there in Powell County with a camper at a campsite there.
Well, the storms overnight have dumped a lot of rain as they move through Kentucky.
In addition to flooded out roadways, the storm has even damaged some homes. And WKYT's Hillary Thornton is live in Lexington now, keeping track of what's happening in the area ahead of the morning rush.
Good morning. As Jim just told us, there is still more rain to come, and already this morning there's several reports of high water throughout the area. And I can tell you, on our way over here to Harrodsburg Road, we hit several spots of standing water on New Circle Road. We also passed through several intersections that the traffic signal is out right now. And as Bill just mentioned, over in Bourbon County, there's already some reports of damage starting to come in. The Spring Hill neighborhood was hit particularly hard. At least 2 homes had to be evacuated because of that damage. We found one home that had part of the roof ripped off the back of it. And there was another home that also had damage to it. Trees were blown, and there is debris spread throughout the neighborhood. Good news is there were no reports of anyone being hurt in all of this in Bourbon County. Police, fire, and utility crews are in that neighborhood working to make sure everything is safe for people living there. Now, we checked with the utility crews that were on the scene. They tell us customers with the Paris City Utility Company do not have power right now. Kentucky Utilities customers, however, did not lose power. Back here in Lexington, Bowman Mill Road is an area that you do want to avoid with reports of that roadway being flooded right now. We're continuing to track these flooding reports and damage reports, and we will keep you updated throughout the morning. For now, we are live in Lexington. Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
It's quite a mess out there. Thanks so much, Hillary. We do have a traffic alert to pass along for you out of Franklin County this morning. The sheriff's office says Cardwell Lane and Green Wilson Road are both covered in water. Sheriff Pat Melton says there is water flowing over several roads in the county. He's urging drivers to not cross flooded roads, instead turn around. Even if it does not look deep, it could potentially be hazardous for you this morning. Well, parts of the state are dealing with storm damage aftermath as well. Clark and Montgomery counties got heavy rains, wind and hail yesterday. The winds ripped several panels off the roof of a garage. The storms made it hard on drivers as well.
The storm was really bad. The skies was real dark. The heavy rain, it came down so hard that we had to pull over. I mean, our windshield wipers, I mean, they wasn't even fast enough for it. I mean, they was coming down so hard that we had to pull over and just, pretty much let it pass because there was no point of even trying.
The thunderstorm also knocked out power to parts of Montgomery County. At one point, 1,000 homes there were without power.
Time this morning is 5:36. The recent rain does have one benefit. It should help stop the forest fires in Kentucky. Crews spent most of the day yesterday putting out fires in Knox County. This is just one of several fires in the county that they've been dealing with this week. And while some of the fires have been weather-related, firefighters say some were set intentionally.
Rainy weather overnight did not stop folks from camping out in Lexington to get the latest Maker's Mark commemorative bottle. That bottle, a collaborative effort between Maker's Mark and Keeneland, will feature legendary UK basketball coach Adolph Rupp. Sales will go to support the UK student athletic program. While heavy rains may have dampened those waiting in line, it sure did not dampen their enthusiasm. Next Friday, April 10th, you can go to Keeneland and get your special bottle signed by 4 of Coach Rupp's All-American players.
Well, speaking of Keeneland, it's going to be a very stormy opening day for the races out there. We'll have to carefully watch that. It's also College Scholarship Day, so hundreds of students are expected to flock to the racetrack today. Despite the severe weather in our forecast, track officials say they are prepared for whatever happens. Remember, you can track today's showers and storms even when you're away from your TV with WKYT.com and our WKYT First Alert Defender Radar app for your iPad or your smartphone. And for the latest forecasts and weather conditions, you can always visit our website at WKYT.com. All right, other news now. Quite the scare last night for some Lexington shoppers after someone called in a fake bomb threat.
Around 10:15 last night, police say an employee at the Walmart off New Circle near Russell Cave got the call. Police officers came in and evacuated the building. A bomb-sniffing dog sweeped that building but did not find anything. Police did take a terroristic threatening report.
A man accused of killing his girlfriend says he is innocent of the charges. Paris Charles was arraigned yesterday afternoon. He is charged with murder in the death of Goldie Massey. Massey's remains were found in 2 counties this fall, not long after she'd been reported missing. Charles pled not guilty to the charges. A status hearing in the case is now set for May 15th.
Well, she's been missing for more than 2 weeks, and this morning the search continues for a Montgomery County woman. Police say 28-year-old Audrey Blackburn was last seen on March 17th. Her parents tell us she went for a walk and never came back. Blackburn's family asking anyone with information to come forward. This week, a family friend offered a $1,000 reward for information leading to Blackburn's safe return.
So, where other people have someone missing and you think, it must be rough. You just don't know till you go through it.
Police say Blackburn was last seen wearing a pink hoodie, gray corduroy pants, brown shoes, and a rainbow scarf. Well, tomorrow we'll decide what 2 teams move on to the NCAA championship game. It's going to be an exciting weekend. First, Duke will be taking on Michigan State.
Well, it's a big, exciting time right now as people are getting ready. And then, of course, it will be the Kentucky Wildcats set to take on the Wisconsin Badgers just before 9 o'clock tomorrow night. WKYT's very own Rob Bromley and Amber Philpott are in Indianapolis this morning with a look at how the players are getting prepared. Good morning.
Good morning to you from inside Lucas Oil Stadium. We are inching closer to the Cats' Final Four game, and they are oh so close to that 40-0 mark, Rob.
Well, they are, and it is definitely, without a doubt, college basketball's biggest stage, the Final Four. Now, both these teams were here last year, but now just one more day to get ready, and this is the point where the pressure is really starting to build.
It's definitely not easy, but it makes it a little bit easier having seen opponents because you get to see their sets. From a year ago, you have a scouting report that's just a year old, so it's not going to be easy. But Kentucky's a really good team, and we're going to have to prepare as well as possible for them. We know that they're different from last year, but so are we. So it's going to be a good game.
Just a road that everybody's gone through to get here, especially at the beginning of the season when they said that this is going to be the people in the Final Four. And it's just crazy that it's really those are the people in the Final Four now. But I mean, just a great respect for, you know, each one of these players up here and their teams.
The Cats need to find a way to beat Wisconsin again. As for the Badgers, well, they're thankful to get a second chance.
And they want it, right? 70,000 fans are expected here to Indy for this Final Four weekend. Many in the Big Blue Nation have had this weekend marked on their calendars, and they are ready for it, and so is the city of Indy. Most Big Blue fans will probably be leaving for the Circle City today. It is a short trip for fans to see their Cats. This city is ready, including the Tin Roof, which will host a Welcome to Indy party later today for Big Blue fans. For the locals who are Big Blue fans, this is a dream come true.
Last weekend, I guess at about midnight, I started sending emails to Tin Roof, sending emails to the Alumni Association out of Lexington and saying, hey, we're going. So what do we need to do to make sure that everything gets set?
Well, the city of Indy tells me they have brought in extra taxis to help with all of the people. They also say they have 70,000 parking spaces available, so be prepared to park and walk. Everything pretty close around downtown.
Well, we look forward to the open practices later on this afternoon. Kentucky on the court from 3 to 3:50. That's it from here in Indianapolis at the Final Four. Back to you.
All right, the countdown is on. Thank you. And back here in Lexington, UK officials already preparing for post-game celebrations on Saturday. They've created the hashtag banner behavior to encourage students to be respectful and safe. They want the Big Blue Nation to, quote, exhibit behavior worthy of the banners hanging from the rafters at Rupp Arena. Kentucky will meet up with Wisconsin tomorrow night in the second game of the evening at Indianapolis. Expected tip time is 8:49. It'll be on TBS, and it follows the Duke and Michigan State game. So there you go. Great evening of basketball. Time this morning is 5:42 on your Friday morning as we check live drive traffic.
All right, so the big story, obviously, the flooded out roadways. A lot of them, especially the low-lying areas, seeing water puddling. Don't drive through it if you can at all. Avoid those areas. If it looks not to be too deep, you could be wrong about that.
Avoid being under trees this morning. Certainly, we have had the report this morning of the fatality in Powell County at a campsite and perhaps other injuries there as a result of a dead tree falling. And there was a tree that fell on a home over in Bourbon County. So, yeah, that's an issue as well.
And some flooding along I-64 especially, we're hearing. All right, babies will wait for no one, and that was especially true in Louisville yesterday. A woman had to deliver her baby on the highway while it was closed down for the president's motorcade. We've got the details next.
And we are tracking all of those rounds of rain. We have this to go through, and then even more out to our west. It's going to keep coming at us. I'll have the latest track in just a few minutes.